everyone, and welcome back to another Guess the ELO. If you guys are not familiar with the series, it's a series on YouTube and Twitch where we cast a random live ranked game and we attempt to guess the ELO of the players. We're doing 900 ELO and above, because below 900 ELO feels like the game's dragged too long and it's not very educational. But now we're going to do some educational commentary. I'm here with Twitch chat. Get the hi YouTubes in the chat here. We're casting with Capture Age, and we're going to try and guess together what the ELO is. I know you can cheat by searching them up and giving us the right rating. If you do that, you get banned, and that's a good enough threat. So feel free to guess along with me, but don't cheat. And on YouTube, feel free to follow along and try to guess yourself as well. And at the end, we'll reveal the rating and see if we're close. We have to get it between plus or minus 50 ELO. So if I guess 1350 and it's between 1300 and 1400, I'm correct. If I guess 1325 and the guy is 1400, I'm wrong. It's 75 away. That's the rules of the game. Let's hop into it. We've got Ampurant playing in the red as the Japanese. He's towards the north of the map. We'll take a look at his map later. Southwest of the map, we've got Blue. His name is 11111. So I'll just laugh my ass off every time. I just like, ha ha ha, is playing as the Khmer. And that's going to go to YouTube, by the way. Like, I can't believe that I just did that, and that's going to go to YouTube forever. That's the internet for you guys. So Blue is playing as a Khmer. We'll call him 11 or 111. We'll see. And yeah, we'll take a look at the map now. So Blue, he's got wood on pretty decent sides, like 2 on the left, 1 on the right. This is the New Arabia, of course. We always get 3 wood line. Thank you, Falafel, for the bits. Oh no, sorry, not Falafel. Farbroar for the bits. Sorry about that. We got some back berries as well, side berries. Back mainstone. Forward goal is not the best though. So his map is like okay, but it's very open on the front. And he's luring a deer. Ooh, luring a deer. That's okay. High elo Andy here with the deer lure. Let's see. Oh. Border. Okay. Wait. Is he like idling everything? No, he's fine. He's insane. Oh wait, what is he doing? Is he gonna use the... Wait, no. Wait, Blue. Is he gonna do the TC trick? Okay, that was really sloppy. And I'll explain why that's bad. He like garrisoned the villas and ungarrisoned them like 5 times. And every time you do that, you lose like 10-15 food worth of gather time. Because they have to like go up to the TC, then go out, then go back to hunting. Takes so much time, and it's basically idle time. He should not be doing that. What you want to do instead, if you want to force drop food, is right click the TC, and then right click the boar or the deer. Never force drop unless you're like clicking up, or like you do it 1 time. But don't like force drop multiple times like that by garrisoning the TC. Like what he did there was much better. So not like he did well there, but there's definitely some mistakes there. So we'll keep that in mind. I don't know what ELO does right now, obviously. Red is going for a Primo Drush. We'll take a look at his map quickly here. He's got a backwood. Wood to the side as well, wood to the top. Berries to the back as well. Forward gold is kind of to the front, but he can defend it, I think, if he just walls here. And then gold at the back as well. Falafel, thanks for the 500 bits, man. Apparently Red streams, so if you guys are watching on YouTube, definitely check him out. Ampurant on Twitch. Cool. Love to support smaller AoE streamers wherever possible. Especially ones that are trying to get better. I love the people who are grinding, trying to get better at the game. That's what we need, man. New blood. All right. Maybe a Primo Drush. He's got the barracks down a good time. He's luring a lot of deer, though. Like, I'm seeing a lot of deer luring on this side. And Blue is going for some walls as well. Okay. Kind of weird walls. Like, not bad necessarily. I don't like that he's... Like, this should be 2 tiles higher, so he keeps the main gold inside the walls. Now, like, half his main gold is sticking out. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of that. It's like if you put your socks halfway on. It's like, it's pretty good, but like not like it's halfway. Like you might not. It's gonna be cold on the outside. So I'm not a huge fan of these walls. It has half his main gold out there. I'm not a huge fan of that. And we'll see if he ends up getting punished for it. Ampurant, wait, he's gonna go for fast Feudal Age. He's going 21 pop up. He had 14 seconds of idle time on the TC. No way! He's insane. I missed it. Oh, I can't rewind. I need Capture Age Pro to rewind. Subscribe to my YouTube so I can afford it. Oh, no. Oh, but he's going to overchop. It's 1 wood. No way. Ampurant. If you're a savage, you wall and you fight it. If you're a savage, you do that. No way. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, it's fine. He's not gonna be able to get out. Okay, nice. Good stuff. Well, Emperor's a savage. We don't know what his elo is, but we know he's an absolute beast. Alright, we don't want to cross him in the streets. Forward scout, just looking around. Looks like he's gonna go for men-at-arms. Honestly, the build was decent. That mill is horrible. Yeah, this build seems decent. 14-second out of time is not that crazy. That mill is terrible though. Should be in the middle of your berries. Like he's 3 tiles away. Like okay, 2 tiles away from these 2 berries. Like that's so far. Should definitely not have that. Okay, and yeah, it looks like Blue's just walking through the TC and he's taking some gold early. He's playing as commerce, so he doesn't need the barracks, and he knows that, which is good. That's smart. He's gonna go for a straight archers by the looks of things. That's a good strategy. Walling with low HP vills though. Oh, and Emperon's gonna find that. This feels like a 12-1300 game right now because I see some mistakes and I see some good plays. It's hard for me to judge it though, because yeah, it's hard for me to judge it honestly. Could be easily 1400 as well. I'm leaning towards like 1200 so far. Men at arms coming in now. Range is down, and like this is terrible because Blue can't wall that, but that happens honestly. That's a good play from Red. A lot of people in chat saying, some people are saying 1600. That's below 1200. I can't wait to get the guys in chat like, I'm 750 elo and I can play better than these 2 players 100%. I'm also faster and better looking, and I've got a college degree. I'm waiting for those guys to pull up in the chat. They always do every time I cast against the elo. But both these guys are playing decently so far. Men at arms attacking the house so far. Not bad. Okay. A lot of idle time though. I gotta keep this in mind. He's making some archers. A lot of things are going on. He's not getting the wood upgrade, so he seems like he's getting overwhelmed by a lot of actions happening. So yeah, it does feel like he's forgetting a lot of things here. So like Blue is not playing bad. He's actually like he did a really good job to adapt there and re-wall behind it. But some weird things are happening, and Red is really smart to just jump on this archer with the scout. That's exactly what you should do. And just run away now. Yo, sick. Good play from Reds. Good play from Red. Following this up with some archers of zone. So it looks like Red knows how to do the men-at-arm to archer build pretty well. Japanese is a great sip for that. And now Red should probably just run away. He decides to attack again. Goes to the low HP archer. Yo, sick. Could have committed there. I think he could have killed him, but he had the right idea nonetheless. Okay. Yeah, so pretty good idle time. He idled the Vil, caused some chaos. He's gonna run away. Blue tried to trap him. In fact, he might actually pick this up. He goes for the trap. That's pretty intelligent. Wow. Yeah, both these guys are playing pretty well. Yeah, Red doesn't lose a scout. I want to bump this up to 1300 at least. I think they broke 1200 easily. There's some good plays that I've seen there. That's pretty good. So I'm thinking around 1300. The double gate quick wall was not bad, but now it's blocking his farm space. You should probably delete that first gate at least, just to be able to fit more farms. He has Chimera though, so he doesn't need like the most efficient farms. Just put those guys anywhere. And yeah, this is the problem with walling with your gold like this. So the problem here is that Red gonna push Blue off of this gold. Not the best situation there for Blue, and I kind of anticipated this happening. Like I said, when you wall and half your main gold sticking out, the half you're taking is very susceptible to archers. But Blue does have the troops to defend this, so he just needs to get in the right position here. Idle TC is 1 minute for Blue, 30 seconds for Red. Pretty average there for both players. If this was a pro game, both players would have like 0 idle TC time because there was no need to have any. Like max 10 seconds, but obviously it's not a pro game. But this idle TC time is not terrible. It's not the worst either. Okay, let's see the micro here. So Blue has an extra 1 going for aggressive micro, hitting and running forward, which is exactly what you want to see when you have the advantage, and taking a really good trade. Red didn't micro poorly either. Like Blue just played better there, but Red didn't play that bad. Red mixes in a couple skirms now since he's behind the numbers. And Red should probably close his map, I guess, in theory. Yeah, he's doing that with some houses on the top. Getting armor because he's making some skirms now. Can't knock him for that. Ooh, but we're seeing a tactical misplay here from Red. He's trying to attack when he knows his opponent is like walled. And he's still open at home. Like attacking there was really risky. If Blue just attacked, like counterattack, Blue could have been in a good position. But obviously that didn't happen. We'll see. All right. I mean, it's close so far. It's anyone's game. Horse collar's coming down. I don't think you want to get Horse Scholar here. I think if you just delay it, you just like if you've delayed it to this point, you just skip it to early castle. It's really not the best upgrade in terms of eco. It pays off very late, so you just delay it to castle, just get a faster castle each time. But it's not the biggest mistake. I think if like both players, so it looks like blue's on double range. He's making like a mix of skirms. Like that's actually good. And he's only 4 on gold, which is good. So he's going to float a little bit of gold, but he'll probably make some archers after to balance that out. I like that red's only on 1 range, though. Because he recognizes that all he needs is a few skirms to defend, and he's just doing that. And he's got good micro, too. I'm thinking maybe 1400 now, honestly. I'm thinking more like 1400. Alright, blue runs away. Okay. Okay, castle age resources now for red. Obviously, he's only on 1 range, so he didn't invest too much into military. Blue invested way more. Also, red had farms earlier, and just more farms in general, 18 to 13. These things matter a lot as to who gets the faster castle each time. And red is also taking trades from the hill. So red is playing like way better here, but both these guys are playing decently well. I'm thinking like 1400 here. I kind of like how this game played out. It felt like very sensible. Yeah, now like a stable for blue, which is like, again, it's not like the best decision because he has only 13 on food. He's got like a really bad wood economy. But it's a sensible decision because if your opponent has skirms, making a stable definitely makes sense. Now a stable as well from red, which makes sense as well because you can go for knights and castle age. So both players are playing pretty sensible, and there's not any like they know what they're doing, which I think is a good tell that they're like 1400-ish. Could even be higher. Like I wouldn't be too surprised, but I'm thinking like the lowest I'm going here is 1400 probably. We will know at the end for sure what yellow they are. Stable now is out. Knights could be coming out. We've got a scout from 11. Bloodlines forging coming in. So going forging first instead of armor. No, he has armor. Okay, that's fine. Sloan, thanks to the 8 months, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Whatever the yellow, it will be higher than Joey should be.
And Joey roast from Sloan. Gotta love to see it. These two are buddies that roast each other every time they resub to me or to another streamer. Roxy. Very nice. Thank you so much, Sloan. Appreciate it. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, MP Ront is a beast. Wow, that was really good. And now he's going to run away. Wow, that was really good. Like, that's actually just impressive. And he's going to use the knight to... Like, that wasn't just like a quick play. Like, that wasn't just like a fancy play, but like idling everything. It was a fancy play. Everything else is like doing fine. And he's going to use his knight to clean up the army. So, like, that was actually... And he quick walls the wood. Like, that's really good. Wow. Empiron's really good. He's playing better than blue for sure. He's like outclassing him on a lot of different fronts now. He saves that villager. Might lose him to a scout here, but that's still a good play. Like, it's still impressive. He's going to try it again. I don't think he hits it again. Ambitious. We know he's human now. Krappa. Blue up to imp. Sorry, up to castle. He wishes he's up to imp. 3rd range. I hate it. I hate it. It's like almost never a good idea to go 3 range expo. Almost never. Yeah, that's a terrible choice. He's much better off going 2 stable knights, in fact, as the Khmer, because you have a better eco than Japanese in castle. So even if you're behind in knight numbers, you can catch up quite quickly. But like the ranges is like 3 ranges. He can't even afford 3 ranges. He doesn't have a lot of gold, and part of that reason is because he walled half his main gold out. He can't use. Like, he's already saturating everything with 9 on gold. Why never 3 range expo? Because 3 range expo is really an awkward all-in. Like, it takes a lot of your resources. You get to mass a lot of army fast, but the thing is, expo is really just good in early castle age and good in imp if you have army. doesn't do a lot because it dies to siege. Like if you have 10 expo or 30 expo, you die to mangonels and you die to scorpions every time. So there's no reason to like triple down on expo production when you're not gonna actually have a stronger force if you have more of them. It's not the same as cav archers where if you get a certain number you one-shot everything. Crossbow still has weakness even at 30 or 40. So you're just gonna be investing way more into something that doesn't really scale well. That's number one. And number two, he can't even afford 3 range expo production, so it's just a waste. And also, point number 3, expo and disposition is never gonna get you enough to actually push back across the map. You're not gonna get counterplay for a long time. So you're just gonna get pinned in, and Trimmer don't have the best Arblast in the game, so it doesn't really scale well. So it's a bad choice for a lot of reasons. Yeah, there was a mic error. I'm sorry about that. Monk defense here. I'd probably go Knights and Monks if I was Khmer here for sure, but obviously it's hard to make all the right calls here. Alright, so second TC, sorry, make that the third TC. Third TC for both players coming down, in fact. I like that you guys can see the TCs on the mini-map as well. It gives me less stress as a caster to find them. Monastery on the hill, very good play from Empurant. I will say Empurant, he's played a really good game for now, but I think like seeing how strong of a player he is we're gonna know that in the next 10 minutes. Because he's got a great lead. Like he should be winning this game 9 times out of 10. But it's throwable. So I just want to see if he does throw, if he closes it up well, start to finish. He needs first step, +2 on the Knights in the next couple minutes when he can afford it. Monastery is good. +2 attack I don't like. You want to every time get +2 defense if you're up against range units. Every time. +2 attack, maybe he thinks he wants to break buildings faster, but that's not a good choice. He's going to lose a Knight. Splits away though, he's doing fine. And he's going to get some monks out to heal, which would be a good choice if he goes for that. Yep, on the way. And I want to see now a Siege Workshop from Empurant. That's like the perfect way to play this. Siege, Knight, Monk pressure, and then boom behind it. It's perfect. Japanese Knights suck in Imp, so you want to do damage in Castleage for sure. I'm thinking like 1400 yellow right now, honestly. Like this seems like a good 1400 yellow. But I could be wrong. We'll see. What can blue do to come back? I think what blue can do to come back as NBL comes in for the host. What's up, NBL? Did we play today? I don't think we played today. Thanks to the host, man. We're doing some guest yellow here. So if you guys aren't familiar with the series, we're literally just casting a game. We don't know how strong these guys are. It's above 900 yellow, but below 2k. And we're not really sure how strong they are, but we're going to try and guess based on the kind of gameplay we see. And it's educational commentary. We all learn a little bit as well. And NBL can learn and maybe even qualify for the next tournament after you get some of the tips I give in this video. Just kidding. Love you, man. Okay, so a lot of Knights on the front here with the Monks as well to heal, which I really like. He doesn't have +2 armor though. And like I said, if he had +2 armor, that would be like really good to fight off crossbows. +2 attack just doesn't do the same thing because like the crossbows can just one-shot your Knights once they get a certain amount. And blue moving out here is just a hard mistake. Like he's just not allowed to move out. He knows how many Knights are out there. And if he wants to go pikes, he needs to wait till he gets them out. Moving out here is... Yeah, he recognizes he can't move out. Okay, that's good. So yeah, he at least knows he can't move out. He just wanted to see if he could, but he realized there's just way too much. And like I said, I feel like we needed a Siege Workshop if you're red. But it's okay. I just didn't think of it, I guess. So next time, red, if you haven't got Knights and Monks, just do a Siege Workshop. It's good to push, but it's also good to make sure your opponent can never fight you. Oh, and there's a hole here. Oh, that's terrible. Blue needs to wall that. Oh, he gets the wall. Nice. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, not much to say. It's a little bit of a stalemate. I do like the Pike edition, though. I think that's not bad. You can make an argument to not switch into Pikes versus Japanese, though, because you know that their Knights will never scale well into late game. So you can make an argument to not switch to Pikes here and literally just go pure Expo and just play Arblast into Hussar as Khmer. I think that would be a better approach than Pikes. I think Pikes is okay here, because it's good if your opponent goes full cast stage Knights. In this case, though, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Emperor wants to just go up to Imp now and switch into something else. So the Pikes will probably end up being useless, actually. Obviously, red doesn't know that. And red still doesn't have +2 armor, which is so weird. Like, I hate that. Castle on the hill is great. It's a bit risky, though, because his army was out of position to defend it, but he should get it up. He's getting every upgrade in the book besides +2 armor. It's like he's trying to tilt me. 3 barracks now coming out for pikes. And the reason why I don't really like this, I think it's okay. But the reason why it could be bad is like, Japanese will switch into something else now for sure. Like, you're not going to stay on Cavalier as Japanese because you don't get +4 armor in Castle. And Imp, sorry. And so he should definitely switch into something else as a Japanese player. And as a Khmer player, you should know that. So just playing pure Arblast is probably better. And then going to Hussar or something like that to switch to counter whatever Japanese can throw at you is probably the play. Pikeman is just going to delay your Imp for no reason here. Alright, Emperon's going to go up to Imp. I just want to see, like, is Red capable of recognizing that Japanese cavalry sucks in Imp and he needs to switch? I just want to see how he goes about that switch. It's very hard. Actually, a player that does the transitions very well. He just hosted us, MBL. He has really good timing on the transitions. And I want to see if Emperon can kind of do something similar here. Which is get a nice transition in. A good time to start that would be right now. Add some ranges. He has the resources for it. And he's got a few options of what he can go for. Skirms, Arblast are all decent. And I think just like some Siege as well could be okay. Like just opening Onagers or something like that can be fine. He's going for some Mangonels. I personally think +2 armor comes in. I personally think like Arblast or Skirm switch is probably the best. He's adding more stables. Yeah, he's not transitioning. So this is actually this could potentially be really good for blue. I think blue can actually win this now. All he needs to do is go up to Imp as fast as he can, and then defend with pikemen and crossbows, because your opponent would just simply not have +4 armor. And then after that, you can go for your late game comp whenever you want. He's adding some rams now. Does he want to push in castle? Like, no way you can push in castle, but you can push in Imp maybe, with Halbrand maybe. We'll see. Like, the Japanese player is not making the right transition. That can cost them, and that's the hardest part of the game for me, in my opinion. I think making the right transitions and like reading the game is just super difficult. So if these players fail at doing that, it's understandable. There's a hole here, but the Magnos are oh my, that was an air ball. What was that? He had his ankles broken by nothing. What the hell? Okay. Alright. My man was attack grounding with his forehead there. Okay. That just dropped him to like 900 yellow. Just kidding. That's pretty funny though. Alright, so blue kind of out of position with this crossbow army, but he can still get a good trade on the knights, I think. Ooh, dying to the Mangonel though. Don't like that. He's two-shotting the knights, which is fine. He'll two-shot Cavalier as well, I believe. Yeah, he's gonna get cleaned up here for sure, especially with this Mangonel coming out the back. Oh, that's a nice shot. Oh, okay, he redeemed himself. Get another one for the boys? Oh, nice. That's satisfying. Yeah, so all the crossbows, and isn't this exactly what I was talking about today, or like this game? That crossbows, if you have 10 of them or you have 30 of them, you're gonna die to like Mangonels, and they're not like good in late castlage. That's exactly what I was talking about. And now he's going for the pike push on the castle. He should immediately be making samurai, and he does. Smart. Cancel the trebuchets though. Pikeman ram push. Could be a good play from blue. He's up to Imp as well. So at worst case scenario, this is just buying time. Best case, he cleans the castle, his opponent goes AFK and he wins the game. Let's see. The pikemen, half of them chase the trap. It's just bad. Okay. Good. Yeah, poor execution from blue there. Yeah, really poor execution. The samurai were a great choice though. Unfortunately, he had a trebuchet before that and he was housed, so he didn't get those out. He had the right idea though, and I definitely will think about that. In my opinion, Emperon played way better than blue, so I think he deserves to win. But Emperon definitely failed the transition in late game. Like, he's floating way too much wood. Way too much wood. You need to spend your resources turbo to 200 pop as fast as possible. Cats are coming down on the front now. Very good. Yeah, the pikes weren't fighting properly, and he also sent half of them to chase the trap, sorry. Which is no good. Red could win this fight if he takes it, but it might not be the best trade possible because he's trading like gold units versus like useless pikemen. Not useless, like just like not gold units, I suppose. Halberd coming in though, so that's pretty good tech. We might even see samurai. So blue did lose a lot of Arblast, so samurai is on the cards, but I'm not sure. You see it now. Crossbow tech coming in from red as well. Like, red needed to plan this transition 5-10 minutes ago. He knew he can't stay on, like, he should know he can't stay on Cav as Japanese. Like, red might actually lose now because he doesn't know what to do. He's trying to go ranges, like he wants to go crossbows. If he takes this fight, no, you can't. You're legally not allowed to take this fight as red. Oh no, that's terrible. He loses 10 Cavalier for free, pretty much. And I actually think blue has a better composition now because Arbalest Halb is so much stronger than Cavalier and Samurai, or like whatever else Emperant has. Emperant's gonna switch into ranges. These should have been there 5 minutes ago, but I like that he's at least transitioning now. Probably should get a second castle on the hill just to hold this position because this hill is very important. It has 3 relics and it's in the middle of the map. Great like composition from blue though, honestly. Like he played really well composition wise in Imp. He was getting wrecked all game, but I think him playing so well in Imp might actually get him the win. We'll see. And I like how he's playing this. He's even switching to some stables now. He knows that late game Hussars are fantastic with the Khmer. He might be a subscriber to the stream. We don't know. Terrible economy though on the side. I need to get that sorted. Make some farms. Go to the gold to get some wood. All are good options. Cavalier for raiding now. Red recognizes he can't use them to defend, so he's going to go for a counterattack. It's a smart choice. He finds a hole. No, he doesn't. Blue keeping it solid. No holes in his base. Might want to check the back door. I don't think there's anything though. Yeah, it looks like it's solid through and through. The burglar cannot get in. In this case, it's 30 Cavalier. Cap round down the middle. That's doing very well. Blue's doing fantastic all of a sudden. I'm thinking this is 1400 yellow, by the way. I see some good plays and bad plays on both sides. 1400 seems like a pretty good place to put these guys at, but it's not over. Small pause, but right back. And I was seeing Arbalest transition for the Japanese player, red, but it might be too late for that because like you're losing the front, and blue has Arbalest, but patrol your halbs, man. And this is the problem with committing too much to Cavalier as Japanese, or just like to a unit that you can't scale. You need to transition. It's fine for casters, but you need to transition. Blue takes the scroll lead, takes the middle hill. Scroll leads back to red though for the time being. I think it's lying though. I think blue has a much better position, and Khmer late game is better than Japanese late game. In most cases, especially how this game is developing. Alright, halbs on the front. Missing the last armor, but I think Khmer doesn't get the last armor. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think Khmer doesn't get the last armor, so it's fine. What blue needs to do now is get a castle on the hill and secure it, and then switch into like a better comp for late game, which is maybe like Sturm Hussars. So he needs to switch. This is a very hard game. Very hard game. I'm guessing 900 yellow? Oh my god. There's no way this is 900 yellow. If this is 900 yellow, I eat my sock on stream. Skirmish to transition? That's good. That's actually not bad. That's a smart choice. He didn't think of the forward castle though, which makes sense. Like that's a hard thing to come up with, to be honest. But he should think of that though, because, and we can learn a lesson here as well. Like if you clear your opponent from the middle hill, you then want to take that middle hill. It just makes sense to do that. So it's something that blue should have thought of. And now like he cleared red, but because he didn't take it, red can just take it again. Now he has to fight uphill a second time, which is going to be really challenging because now red has a proper composition. Alright. Trebuchet is trickling in. Red can easily defend this though. Emperor's floating a lot of wood. He needs to get that sorted. And yeah, as far as how he wants to play the comp, I think he goes like Arbalest into Lightcap to deal with the skirms. That makes sense because skirms for Khmer are pretty good. They get full upgrades on those guys. You could also, yeah, you could go Arbalest Lightcap, and you could also go Arbalest Halb if you anticipate Hussars. And like Hussar attack is great from blue. He can actually start raiding with those guys, which is great. Getting the upgrades needed for those guys needs to, yeah, like, that's the thing. Like now red just gets the castle on the hill again. If you like, remember now, if you push uphill and get a position, lock it down yourself. Don't let your opponent just get that position back, especially if it's on the hill in the middle of the map, which is like prime position for late game. Halberdier and skirms on the fields. Looks like red's gonna go Lightcap here. It makes sense. He already has full upgrades on Lightcap, so it makes sense to go for them. Castle on the hill. He can easily scoop up these 3 relics as well. And you can just defend with your TC here if you garrison. It'll be fine. This is 1350 max. I think it's higher than that, to be honest. I'm thinking minimum 1400. Okay. It's so much fun watching all this, knowing Emperor's actual elo. I know he streams, so like, I don't want to disrespect his elo, man. 1100, 2 ranges only? What ranges are you seeing, bro? There's more ranges on both sides than that. Alright, so Capram is there. Blue's doing a good job trying to defend. He just needs the Hussar transition to really kick in. Like, he's trying to raid with them, which is a good choice. But he might need the Hussar to help fight this at the front as well. Like, raiding is fine. And I think it's a good choice to raid with the first few waves. But that with the next wave, fight with them. Because now you need to actually defend. He lost his castle. He needs to defend this spot. Because if he lets red take the spot, you might get a castle right here. You might get a castle in your face and lose access to so much ground. So you just can't let that happen. Blue running his forehead into the castle. Not the first time he's done this game. He needs to back up. And the Hussar raids are doing okay. They're running into some light cap. He needs to get the last armor on them though. That's definitely quite needed. And Blue needs to fix his eco. Not elo. Eco. Are we seeing outposts on the side? No. Outposts on the side are so overpowered. Can I just show you something, guys? Like, look at the vision. He knows nothing. What if you can just find like a power up here, like a golden mushroom, and it gives you like 1000 elo? Like what if? And he just doesn't know about it. Scout your map, guys. Get outposts on the sides. It's not a golden mushroom, but it's a gold mine. It's not bad. And it's cost you nothing to get outposts on the side. So like, just going down the center, it's not bad. Most games, you know, end down the center, or like you can get advantage there. But in the late game, you want to expand. You want to see what's on the sides of the map. It become much more important. And I love to see this castle from red taking the side and taking that spot on the map, which is really good. So very nice situation from red there. And yeah, Blue's doing okay though. Like, Blue's doing fine. Patrick, my man, I said 22 months. What elo is this? I'm thinking minimum 1400. I'm not sure. I haven't given my final guess yet, but I'm saying minimum 1400. We'll see. You give us your best guess as well based on what you see from the game. Good to see you, Patrick, and thanks for the 22 months, man. Really appreciate that. Hussars are getting traded down with the light cap. Both players have 135 plus vills, which is good. And both players are at 180 plus pop, which is also good. I'm seeing a lot of missing eco upgrades here, though. I want to see, and just military upgrades. I want to see Blue actually, you know, get some of those techs in. It'd be very helpful. Seadram is in. I'm not a huge fan of Seadram here. I feel like just more Hussar is good. Go figure. Hera wants to see more Hussar. I don't think you need Seadram. Like, you don't need to push to win this game. You can just raid and you win the game. Like, everything's exposed. You don't need Seadram. I'd rather have 10 Hussar than Seadram tech for sure. Any day of the week. But we'll see. Blue desperately needs +4. He needs to get +4 armor, and then he can actually just insta-win the game. Like, then he just completely wins, in my opinion. But that +4, yeah, good castle, great castle from Blue. Send to secure him the gold, wood, this whole side of the map, and the stone, which he doesn't even know about yet. And yeah, Blue's gonna go for a push here, but I think it's maybe a bit premature. We'll see how it plays out. The light cap are on the Seadrams, Hussar clearing the scrims in the front, Arbalest in the back doing some good damage, but a lot of them getting soaked up by the Seadram. Castle in the back could help potentially as well. Emperor needs to just spam his units. He's floating some resources now and trying to defend here. He does a good job pulling the Trebs back, and as I thought, it's premature. He just didn't have enough Hussar or +4 to push that yet. And like, the Seadram was just so wasted. I did think it was premature, and I was right, unfortunately, for Blue here. Emperor gets the hold. Good job from red, keeping it down. Some Arbalest from Blue as well. That's fine. Going Arbalest Hussar is great composition for Khmer here. Like, I don't know why he's tunneling so hard against the castle. Like, your opponent's right here. Go here. Both sides are open. Like, both sides are wide open. Granted, you know, red has a good job of controlling the sides with like buildings and like TCs and castles and stuff, but like, this is exposed. You can just run in here. This is exposed. TCs, this especially is exposed, no TC. And TCs won't stop Hussars. So like, don't push, just raid. You can win games without ever pushing buildings, by the way. Just raid. If your opponent is walled, then you push buildings. If you want to take like a specific spot, it's advantageous, then push it. but you're not fighting for any resources here. And while the middle is nice, the middle hill is nice, don't tunnel into it, because you might lose a lot in the process.
The jungle, the mighty jungle king Hera rules the world. Best player on planet Earth, no question.
Whoa. Alright. We'll see what kind of players the other planets are putting out, though, because it could be some hard competition. Thank you so much, Nelpstars, for the 27-month resub, man. What an absolute legend. Really appreciate that. Crazy guy there with the high month resub. And I still think Blue's in a better position, but just spamming Hussar. And by the way, because of how good these players are playing late game, like both players are actually like raiding and keeping the pop high. I want to say it's maybe higher than 1400. I haven't made a final guess yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking of right now. Like the late game has been pretty impressive, especially from how Blue held. And like Red failed this transition, but like transition is hard. Like I've seen 2K players fail transitions like this as well. But there's been a lot of floating resources, especially from Red. But Red's gonna lose this game. Like he can't beat Khmer late game. It's over, especially because he doesn't have Halb's tech. Yo, Matt Bem, thanks for the Prime sub. Can we see their APM to give us a hint? We can't see their APM because I don't have Capture H Pro. But if you guys subscribe on YouTube and subscribe on Twitch, I will be able to afford Capture H Pro. It's €5. I just need the subscriptions, alright guys? Yo, Winterfell, thanks for the tier 1 for 20 months.
111,111,111,111 has yellow in username.
Oh, yellow in username? Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I agreed. Thanks for the sub, man. Agreed. Somehow Red's actually winning the fights. Well, it makes sense because he's always fighting downhill. Like he's got the hill to his advantage every game, every fight. But Blue's like finally doing the right thing, which is like raid, literally raid. Blue also bringing a trap on the side. Good decision. Forget about the middle. Like if Red wants to fight you in the middle, just clear him up on your hill. Defend here, and raid the sides, and you win the game. But without ever doing anything. Red goes for Cavalier to defend. Again, it's good. He's gonna hold with it, but he's gonna lose a lot of those in the process and lose some gold with the Cavalier. Red's getting some rating of his own. Excuse me, of his own though, which is good. Some halbs to defend here. Our bless are there as well. Pretty big. Like we might see a bit of a base trade here. It's a pretty intense game. Zoom out just to see what's happening across the map. It's units on all sides. It looks like Blue's actually gonna win the fight on the front and clear the trebs, which is the most important thing here. Ratings on the side continue to go down as the Hussars are moving around. Treb is on the right hand side. Yo, they're playing great on the macro front. A lot of gold saved up for Blue as well. He's definitely going to win this game. I can say for sure now. I don't see him losing the game. Falafel, thanks for the gifted sub, buddy. And Blue played a fantastic late game. And Emperor with a pretty massive throw, if you ask me, in early imp. Failing the transition cost him a lot. In fact, the game and his dignity on stream. Just kidding. It's not a big deal. He just can't go outside anymore because the street cred is completely toast. But yeah, like I said, transitions is definitely a hard thing to master in this game, so you shouldn't be too hard on himself. Alright, how to finish the game now if you're Blue. Continue raiding. Probably just try to siege down the castle now that Emperor's weak. Like now it's going to be so easy to push this because Emperor is so weak. You've been raiding him forever. And yeah, just continue raiding. Like, there's no reason to stop this. Like, you can afford Hussar forever. He obviously did get raided a lot, so if you need some time to recover your eco, make Vils. Definitely do that. Like, if you're 112 Vils here, you make Vils to your 200 pop, 100%. Get back to 200 pop, make more farms. He's doing just that. Your Khmer have a fantastic late game. Red's still trying to raid, which I really like, because he recognizes that he's kind of dead. So he's going for the last minute raid to try to get back in the game. And you never know what damage he might find. He could kill like 20-30 Vils with just a few Cavalier and find his way back in the game. It's probably not going to happen, but you never know. Hussar on the right will definitely win that fight. This castle on the hill is defending like a lot of ground. It's huge. And I like that he's farming near his castles now. It's just so easy to defend your farms this Khmer because you can farm near castles. Those Cavalier will just die to the help. That sucks. Why is he attacking farms, bro? That's hard to watch. That sucks. All right. It's been a bit of a long game here, but it feels like it's coming to an end any second here. And Purance, he is streaming, so you know maybe he's staying in the game for content here. But it does feel like he's kind of dead. Zero gold income for Blue. You know what the only win condition for Red is actually the 3 relics that he has here. If he can get the 4th one, he won't be able to get the 5th. But if you can get the 4th relic, That's his only win condition. Even then, I still think you lose to pure Hera, but you never know when Relics can win, especially in like intermediate games. Sometimes people just don't know how to end the game. But we'll see. Like I said, Blues just needs to continue raiding and then just use Siege to kill this castle. Now that Emperon's weak, he's doing just that. Fantastic. Red's trying to switch into Pikes, which is a good choice in theory, but in practice, he's not going to have time. And there's already enough range units on the field to make Pikes useless. So in theory, it sounds good to have Halbs with Khmer and Hussar, but in practice, it's just going to be pretty useless. I would definitely say 1600. Yeah, it could be like the late game was really good. I was thinking 1400 before, maybe higher. I'm thinking now maybe 1500, 1600. We'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised at any of these yellows, to be fair. 1600 should be much better. Yeah, red loses the castle. Alright, Hussars. Yo, Forest main instead of Prime sub, really appreciate that. For blue and late game, you don't need 40 on wood, 15 on wood is enough. Yeah, definitely. He needs to convert those wood into farms, 100%. Yeah, 80 farm Hussar, 80 farm, 20 wood, perfect. That's all you need. I agree with that. You only need wood if you're gonna go with some skirms. He's adding barracks, which is weird. Like I feel like this is the last building. Just add more stables. Just go Hussar. People underrate Hussar so hard. Like Hussar can single-handedly carry your late games. Just literally rely more on it. You don't need Hussar plus Halbs. You need only Hussar. That's it. That's it. All right. What if the game goes for another hour? No, I doubt it. The red's like completely dead. Yep, GG. Not gonna even go for another second here. GG's called, and red taps out. A pretty good game from both. I think we can all learn a lot about timings and transition. I think there's a big theme of this game. Great hold from blue and great composition that he found himself in. He transitioned way better than red. I was thinking 14 to 1500 throughout the whole game. Started off at 1200 Dark Age, easily worked my way up to 1400 in Feudal and Castle. In Imp, I find myself staying 15, 1600 because I saw a lot of good things. Like the expansions were decent for both sides. Not amazing. It's not. I don't think it's 1800. I don't think 1800 is the upper cap because I think the transitions were decent but not amazing. But I think maybe like 1600 could be good for me. I'm gonna say 1625. Final answer. 1625, and it's for either player. So if I get either player's ELO correct, I win. If not, I lose. So 1625, I have to be plus or minus 50 to be right. So between 1575 and 1675, I'm correct. Let's take a look here. So we'll check the winner, which is, well, in this case it's red, but it's gonna be blue. 1704. Okay, Emperor needs to be 1675 or less, please. 1675 or less, please.
A lot. He's a good
dude.
Dude.
Let's go. 1638. We take those. 1625. We actually made it. Let's go, man. Sick. Emperons, it's definitely worth watching this back, checking my commentary on transitions. 111. He made a lot of mistakes in the early game as well. He needs to definitely watch it back and check some of those ones as well if possible. Pretty solid players. They made a lot of mistakes for 1700. We just saw Kazvan MBL a while ago have like a crazy messy game though. Sometimes, guys, when you have two high elo intermediate players go at it, they force mistakes out of each other higher. So don't just think like, oh, they made too many mistakes for 1600. It is 1600 versus 1600 over 1700. So they both make mistakes because they're forcing mistakes out of each other. All right, think of it that way. And it'll make more sense why we're seeing so many mistakes. But yeah, GG. Thanks for watching those on YouTube. It's been another amazing guest to ELO. We'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe so I can afford Cap Trade Pro. Appreciate it. Peace.